And today I want to talk to you about something that I wasn't really planning on talking about until later down the road, but it happened to come into my life in a very big way yesterday. And so I thought, you know what? I need to make this message clear to all of us. Have you ever thought about how the universe talks to you? It's my belief that we get messages from the universe all the time, and whether that universe is universal energy or God for you, but we're constantly being fed little messages. And if we don't pay attention to those whispers, they get louder and louder until we start to pay more attention to them. And if we still don't pay attention, then it may become in the form of like a brick wall falling down around you, or feeling like a huge heavy load is suddenly right on top of you, or some sort of sign that makes you have to pause in your life and really examine where you are and how you're moving through your world. And that very thing happened to me yesterday. It's July in Colorado, and I am so busy doing the wonderful things that I get to do every day in my life, which I love, but it's so busy. And it's busy to the point where I'm not paying attention to the small details of my life. I'm trying to multitask. I'm moving at a faster, much faster speed than I like to operate in. And yesterday, it caught up with me. So whispering all week this week was, Liz, you're overdoing it. Liz, you're bombarding yourself. There's too much on your plate. How are you going to manage? All of these conversations came up as little whispers in my life, little things that were telling me all the work you're doing is fantastic, except you've got to slow down and figure out how to manage this better. And then yesterday, as I was running around in between clients and in between work and trying to get some other personal things done, I literally ran into a glass door. And I won't bore you with the gross details, but this eyebrow was cut wide open, and 10 minutes later, I'm in the urgent care getting stitches in my eye. Literally stopped me dead in my tracks. And I was embarrassed, and I was upset, and I was, emotional, and all the things that you go through. But more of it, I sat there and thought to myself as I was waiting to get stitched up, what is this message? This is one of those moments that the whisper got louder and it literally hit me upside the head. Literally, I ran into a glass door walking out of a store. And so I invite you two things this week that I want you to focus on. One, slow down. We are all moving at such a fast clip. And is it really worth it? Multitasking in the car, multitasking at home, trying to have 4 conversations at once. Look at your life, and how are ways that you can slow it down. This has definitely made me re-examine just how I'm going through the motions of my life. My to-do list hasn't gotten any smaller, but how I'm reacting to it has. That's shifted a lot for me. And this morning, instead of freaking out about all the things I need to do, I'm out here enjoying my morning with you, celebrating life, and just taking it at a little bit slower pace. When I get in the car today, I'm just going to listen to music and not try to make 100 phone calls like I normally do, and just take it at a slower pace. So that's examination number 1 in your life. Don't be in judgment, but just in curiosity. How could you slow your life down? What are the things that can take maybe, a little bit slower tempo or pace? So that's part A to this week. The second thing I want you to do is listen to the whispers in your life. We all have them. And so before they get big, like mine did yesterday, pay attention to the whispers. If you're getting a reoccurring theme that's showing up in your life, that's telling you a big, strong message, pay attention to it. Don't wait until a big glass door hits your head and you end up in the urgent care with stitches. Pay attention to what's going on in your life. So those are my 2 things. If you have a reoccurring whisper in your life, please, please, please sit with it, meditate on it, acknowledge it, and allow it to become a whisper or stay as a whisper as opposed to getting louder and louder, because that message will keep coming in the form of a bigger way for you. And then also just slow down your life. allow yourself to breathe in between the moments, create space, as I've talked about before. And so I'm hopeful that because of my little incident yesterday, that you can learn, that we can all learn how to make our life a little bit more magnificent each and every day. Promise you, I'm not expecting to throw my body into these experiments all the time. So this is the last of this, but wanted to share it with you in a way that we can all grow and learn. I look forward to seeing you right here next week on LizTV. And in the meantime, have a beautiful week and live a life of health, happiness, and abundance. I'll see you right here next time. Thanks for joining me.